much did you know about SEAL Team 6 before you got to Team 2 or while you were at Team 2? I'm sure you're learning more, and then you go through selection, and you're being put through, I'm guessing, by those plank owners of that team.
Yeah, a lot of the same Vietnam vets that switched over from SEAL Team 2 were at SEAL Team 6, and then they're running the training. So you got to remember back in those days, SEAL Team 6 compound was right behind SEAL Team 2's compound. So we had access to those guys on a daily basis, right?
Gotcha.
And, they never wore a uniform, no haircuts. So it was intriguing for a young SEAL at SEAL Team 2 to go, hey, I want to be one of those cool guys, right? And eventually I had my shot at it, so it's still to this day, it's about the same. They make you do a couple deployments and have to have so many years under your belt. You have to ask for permission, and then that permission goes through your chain of command, and then they send your name over to the team, and then the team still votes whether you're coming or not.
Wow.
So just because on paper you look like a good SEAL doesn't mean that your teammates think you're a good SEAL. So this pure guidance, but judgment started a long time ago at the SEAL teams. Now it's like the newest fad at BUD/S, you know what I mean?
Okay.
They do these pure assessments on you. So
interesting.
Anyway, so it was an easy because I knew a lot of the guys, so it was easy. And when I put my name in there, they interviewed you, and I'd never been interviewed for a job in my life, right? So I joined the Navy. I didn't get interviewed. Went to, I guess BUD/S is an interview, but a
long one. Yeah.
And so I went in there, and they had the CO, the XO, the command master chief, and the command shrink in the office. And I was, it's intimidating, right? I mean, I didn't know what they were going to ask me, and this and that and the other thing. And they didn't really, basically I was in at that point. So I don't know what I could have done to get excluded, but I just didn't talk a lot and just kept my mouth shut and worked through the interview, and the rest is history.
Oh man. Yeah. I think one of the guys who was early on in there was my master chief at BUD/S when I got there in 97, Denny Chalker. Of course everyone's looking at him with all that time at that command.
Yeah. No, Denny was one of my team chiefs. So, in red. So
wow. Amazing.
Yeah. It is amazing.
What are your memories from going through that selection?
I guess the biggest thing is that as actually I was the green team chief or the training chief also in my tenure there. So what they do is they're not trying to teach you to be a SEAL, right? Because you've already went through BUD/S. They're not trying to make you quit at this point because you've already done multiple deployments. You're already a SEAL. That they're trying to teach you the SEAL Team 6 way.
Yeah.
Right. And that's and their specialty obviously is CQB, hostage rescue, those types of high risk missions, and you got to have a different kind of a mindset to be able to do that. And it was just over and over. And believe it or not, we used 686s, Smith & Wesson 686s. Believe it or not, I couldn't.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures.
And I know. Trust me, I was like, I couldn't.
Stainless.
Yes, because they never jammed apparently. But reloading those things was it took a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
We switched over to Berettas after that, and then Berettas to SIGs, and now they just basically change over whenever they feel like it, depending on the weapon,
Yeah, I ended up grabbing a 686 not too long ago because we still had them at SEAL Team 5 when I got there in 97, and we still trained up on them. And I love a good wheel gun, a good revolver, and it is a good one. It's fun. They're fun to shoot. Fun.
Yep. And it's a whole different thing when you're trying to do CQB and reload one of those things, because it's like, 6 shots. Yeah. It's like reload or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a course with, I didn't use a 686. I didn't have it yet. I used a Smith & Wesson Thunder Ranch. So it's actually 45 ACP revolver, and did a course. Everybody else on the line had auto loading, mostly striker fire pistols. And then I used that wheel gun, that revolver, and loved it. And it made me, I was sharp. I was on it. Those shots were in there. It was so much fun to do a course like that. It was cool. Good problem solving, good doing reloads because, they wouldn't have to with the autoloaders. And it was just, anyway, I'm a fan of revolvers. I need to get on them a little more though. What year did you get to development group?
85.
So you're there for 8 years before you end up in Somalia.
Correct. So I was in a sniper team. So back in those days, every one of the assault groups had their own sniper team. So I was part of the red team's snipers, and we were going. When you're there, you are on recall, right? So on standby most of the time, right? Which is 4 hours. So you had an hour to get to work. You had 3 hours to pack your stuff, get briefed, and get on a plane, and you're basically out. The plane's taking off in 4 hours. So I lived most of my life like that. So when Somalia was happening, it was a process. It happened for quite a while.
Yeah.
Right. It just didn't happen one day that everybody was starving and the warlords were taking over. It took months and months for that. And then when the warlords basically attacked the Pakistanis that were moving food shipments, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back that sent the U.S. in. And we just happened to be the team on standby.
If you enjoyed that clip, watch the full episode here or another clip here.